guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. It is day number, 2 or 3 of the new season here, Season 2 of Royale Pass of Clash Royale. And more importantly, to me at least, than the new season, we actually have some kind of strange, unexpected, I guess, balance changes. So I want to talk about 3 cards specifically: the P.E.K.K.A, the Barbarian Barrel, and the Lumberjack. 3 cards that received a rework or a nerf. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Are these dead cards? Are they viable? Are they meta? Are they still good? Are they different? Anyway, I am not alone. I have Vulkan back on the channel to talk about these new cards. He's going to play each of these cards in a different deck as well. Vulkan, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. I just landed back in LA preparing some preseason training for CRL.
Nice,
and,
dude.
I'm looking forward to this video.
Is your roster going to be the same? Can you officially even say that yet? I don't know. At Complexity?
Yeah, we're not planning on changing anything that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
I mean,
got
everyone's like almost already here.
Yeah. You guys are in the team house and stuff, so that's really cool, man. All right, dude. So what do you want to start out with here? You have a few decks selected that you selected here for us. You want to start out with the P.E.K.K.A one because I really want to get your take on the new P.E.K.K.A.
Yeah, sure. Let's start out with P.E.K.K.A.
All right, and you're inside a Grand Challenge right now.
Yes, I'm at 7 wins.
Perfect. But let's go ahead and go right into it, man. Tell me about this new P.E.K.K.A. I'll give you a quick 10-second synopsis of where my head's at with P.E.K.K.A. Dude, I thought she was going to be dead. They called it a nerf. Seth called it a nerf in his balance changes overall, he said. But the new range is insane. What say you, man?
Well, okay, first of all, it's interesting. I don't know how many people realize this, but Seth said originally it was going to be like a 14% nerf, and then they changed it to like 9%, I think. So it actually wasn't as nerfed like as badly as he originally was like saying when he said it was a huge nerf.
Okay.
And then it's better versus like control decks. So it's actually better versus like Hog Rider because the Hog isn't going to get hit on the tower now, whereas it used to. And then versus Beatdown, it's kind of interesting because I actually think it's better versus Goblin Giant. It's worse versus Giant because versus Goblin Giant, a lot of times it would like walk past the P.E.K.K.A. And now it doesn't because it swings so far away.
Oh, because the range. Like, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so worse against Golem, I'm assuming too.
No, okay, it's weird. I think it depends on the Golem variation because sometimes the Golem would actually, if like an E-Dragon is stunning it, for example, the Golem would actually like walk past the P.E.K.K.A.
Yeah, that's true. So you think that? So it sounds like, I don't want to mischaracterize anything here, but here's the new range on display. Of course, the Ram Rider still gets a hit because of the stun, but still, it's gonna take a while to get used to that, honestly, man. Like, hey, you guys are gonna have to do some practicing with the new P.E.K.K.A, right? Because it's just like, I think she's still gonna be meta and viable, but her swing is just, when she gets close to the tower, it feels like she's still like 10 squares away, 10 tiles away from the tower, and she still gets to swing in. Overall, is it a buff or is it a nerf? Fuck.
I think it's pretty close to the same, but the thing is, I kind of feel like they lowered the skill cap of the card because they made it a lot easier to defend versus Hog Rider, whereas before that was like a really high skill matchup.
Okay. Do you think it will change the type of decks that we see her in? Obviously, you're playing a deck that's quite old. Do you think it's going to be the same type of decks?
I think it's going to be like the same type of decks. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. It's like you would think. I was thinking about it originally. I thought it would. Then it's like realistically, what would you change? Like, the only thing is that it's better versus Hog. So maybe you just have less Hog counters in your deck if you're running a P.E.K.K.A that isn't traditional. But the traditional version was already pretty bad versus Hog in the first place. So it's not like you're taking out Hog counters because you didn't really have any.
Yeah, I think one archetype she's probably worse. You mentioned Giant already. Probably also, I'm curious if you agree, against Siege, because she just doesn't survive as long, especially if they have like Tesla Expo or something, you know?
Yeah.
Or no?
Okay.
She does have that reach,
that's interesting you brought that up. We were talking about this earlier too. Versus Siege, you don't play your P.E.K.K.A in the back anymore versus an Expo. You're gonna play it like, you're gonna play it right at the bridge. That's the main thing.
So it doesn't really make her worse. It just changes the way you have to play her.
That's what I think. I think in almost every matchup. I think in Golem it probably is worse, and in Giant it probably is worse. In every other matchup though, it's a little bit better, or it just changes how you play it.
Okay. Yeah, I was surprised, honestly. Shame on me because I had the opportunity to play her ahead of time on the dev build, but I didn't. I was too, preoccupied with the Barbarian Barrel and everything like that, and the Magic Archer that I didn't even test out the P.E.K.K.A. But that swing is just, I wasn't ready for it to be that dramatic. It feels that way, at least inside the arena. Anyway, getting to this match here.
No, it's insane. Like like hits so far now. It's honestly a joke. I don't like it. I think they should make it so that the sword is visually longer. It doesn't feel right. It just feels weird.
It does feel weird. I don't know if it's one of those things that we're not used to it, so it feels weird, or if it's just it is weird. But like you're right. It's just like, I mean, I don't know. It's definitely something that, like you said, we'll have to kind of get used to and see. But I think it's safe to say, after this conversation about the P.E.K.K.A., that you will still not hesitate to use her in CRL Season 2, or the fall part of the season.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Now, you might see, like, some new P.E.K.K.A. Magic Archer decks. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Because Magic Archer's back in the meta, and it used to be really good.
Yeah.
With P.E.K.K.A., like the XOPX Sam deck.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was kind of concentrating on that push there, but yeah, I was gonna actually ask you about, since we're not really here to talk about. Oh man, I thought she might get a swing there.
I missed my zap.
Oh no.
I'm not counting this dude's cards at all right now, which is probably why I probably should have already won this game by now.
Yeah, that's okay. We're having like this conversation here. 50 seconds left remaining in the match too. It's gonna be actually a pretty close one here. I'll let you. Let's finish this match out, and then I'll ask you a little bit about. Because I'm curious what you think about Magic Archer in terms of, we're not here to talk necessarily about the buffs, but just how strong is he, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
Big.
Nice.
Oh, he missed the kite. That's going to be GG, I think, right?
Yeah, well, what I did there, I saw someone do it on Twitter.
Oh, push the battle ram push.
Yeah, if you stick your battle ram right in the center of the lane and your P.E.K.K.A.'s kind of on the right side, you can just block the Ice Golem Kite pretty easily.
I saw someone on that post that on Twitter as well. I forgot who it was. I wish I could give him credit. But yeah, good tip there. Came through. So yeah, he pushed the P.E.K.K.A. or he avoided the Ice Golem Kite by using the battle ram right next to her and essentially boxing her out there. So yeah, search for the next deck here. We're gonna be talking about Barb Barrel next.
Okay.
And this is what I'm very curious about. But as you search, how strong will Magic Archer be? Is he like insanely strong now? Because the damage definitely seems like palpable. You can really feel the extra damage. How do you feel about Magic Archer?
Well, see, the only interesting thing is that he's actually not. I guess he is technically better versus Swarm cards. I don't think he's as broken as he once was, but he's definitely really good.
Yeah.
Versus Graveyard, especially, you're going to notice Magic Archer is probably really bad, but versus any other deck, it's probably a buff.
Yeah, because of the delay. Yeah, that makes sense. I do feel like. Do you feel like Magic Archer is going to be used in decks beyond just Bridge Spam? I mean, we're already seeing it everywhere. But
one other interesting note about the Magic Archer: Barb Barrel was nerfed, which is a really big counter to Magic Archer. So that already automatically buffs Magic Archer and puts it back in the meta.
So I had the direct and the indirect. Okay, now let's talk about Barb Barrel. So again, my 10-second take on Barb Barrel is, I even said this in my balance change video, that we have a tendency of overreacting. I am gonna be super devil's advocate here and say that it won't be as low as I initially thought the use rates of Barbarian Barrel, although comparatively I do think that Log is better in a lot of decks now. What do you think about Barbarian Barrel?
I agree with you, actually, because I tested all the interactions. The only interaction it makes a difference in is versus like Rascals, Princess, and Dark Element. It's literally the only interaction in the game that changes. I mean, maybe it's a little bit less damage versus Expo, but it still stops a Bandit, still stops a Musketeer the same, still stops a Arella Ghost.
Still
it literally
Siege.
Yeah, exactly. It literally stops everything.
Yeah.
So it's not inviolable. The question is going to be, what does the meta shake out to be? Mm-hmm. It's going to be like, does the meta shake out to be a Logmate meta or something else? And then one interesting note is that I thought that the Barb Barrel was already like not the best before the nerf, because it's really bad versus Graveyard now. Like absolutely terrible. And this is like half the skeletons.
Yeah.
So you need a second spell if you're going to stop a Graveyard.
That is very true. I didn't even think about that. I mean, now it seems very obvious because we had to live a whole month with it. But yeah, you're right. You know what I think with the Barb Barrel for me is that it's one of those changes that is so noticeable, right? I mean, that's why everybody reacted a lot, like including myself. You know, I think I tweeted out that rip Barb Barrel because I showed a clip of the Barb Barrel not killing Princess, not killing Dark Goblin, and not killing the Rascal Girls. Obviously, it does kill them still if they Barbarian actually gets a swing off, but you know, when they nerf a card by like 5% or something, it's really hard to actually to picture that in game, you know, tangibly, what is that going to look like inside the game? But with a Barb Barrel not killing those cards, it's just like so obvious, like right in your face, it feels just awful, you know? So I think that's part of the reason why at least I reacted that extreme. But I don't know, I kind of agree with you that I don't think it's gonna be just totally dead, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely still gonna work.
I agree with you though. I didn't expect it to be nerfed.
It's just not broken.
Yeah.
And I think log is better, but it's going to be like situational. Like maybe I would play it in CRL like versus someone who I know like plays PEKKA or like Expo a lot, but it probably wouldn't be like in my go-to deck.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. What would you say to my viewers who play Barb Barrel right now in their favorite deck? So let's just say Barb Barrel's seen in a lot of decks right now, so it's hard to say specifically, but let's just say, let's go with Beatdown for example, whether it's a Giant deck or whether it's a Golem deck. Would you sub in Zap at this point for it?
I think not, honestly.
Okay.
I don't
so you would
think
just
so.
still roll with it.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Okay, but would you sub in log? So you wouldn't sub in anything, log or snowball? I guess depending on the deck a little bit, right?
It definitely depends on the deck. I think you're gonna see it's less common in a lot less archetypes. Like in this balloon deck, I think you would still use it. I think what you use it in is the decks that don't have a big spell. But if your deck has a big spell, then don't. Or I don't know if what I just said makes sense.
It's okay, it's okay. No. You're dealing with a lot of dual lane pushes too here, and also trying to answer my questions.
Yeah, well, this is already a bad matchup. So,
yes, I was gonna say.
I would lose this matchup pre-nerf also. So I don't think this matchup really makes.
It's not an indicator that the Barb Barrel is dead necessarily. Yeah, you're right though. It is a difficult one, but yeah, I going back to the very beginning of the question, I just think that it's weird in a lot of matchups. Log just does seem like, you know what? It's nice. It's a safe play, I guess. You know you can kill if you're going against log bait and you have log, you're good. You know. All right. So still clinging on to life. The good news is he doesn't have a big spell, but still difficult to. Oh.
Nice.
Pro plays.
GG.
GG's. Okay, so obviously Barb Barrel dead because he lost that match. But jokes aside, it looks like we're on the same. I'm surprised because I thought everybody's gonna kill me in the comments, and they probably still will, for the Barb Barrel not being totally dead. But I just don't. I just think it's still an all right card. Maybe log. The only way it's not gonna be meta, in my opinion, is that if the log is just better, like it's not that the card sucks, it's just the log is a little bit better. It has knocks back, it does guaranteed tower damage and whatnot. Anyway, the next one is Lumberjack, which a lot of people play in a lot of different decks. Go ahead and hop into the arena, Vulkan, and tell us about the new Lumberjack.
Well, do you want to give your quick take, or do you not have one?
Yeah, I have one. I think Lumberjack's still a really good card, I guess. I think that he's still not OP, but he's still going to be viable in all the decks that he was already viable in. But although, with that said, it still was a pretty significant DPS nerf. I think it was like 30 or 40 points. So what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it really made a difference. Well, I mean, it definitely made a difference. It was OP, but it's definitely still viable. One interesting thing is that you might see Mini PEKKA now in some decks that used to have Lumberjack. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. And then you also saw a lot of Lumberjack decks that like had Barb Barrel, so you're gonna see a lot less of those decks. I think initially you're gonna see not that much of Lumberjack, but then like once people kind of figure out the meta, he's gonna come back in the meta because they just need to like create some decks with him in it.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned Mini PEKKA there too, because Mini PEKKA is a card that I have noticed a little bit on the rise. Like I even see Mini PEKKA like Golem decks here and there. Mini PEKKA obviously Hog decks. What do you think about Mini PEKKA? Was the only reason Mini PEKKA wasn't used more just because Lumberjack was so much better with the rage and stuff?
I don't think that was the only reason. It's just that he's a little bit more awkward to cycle in the back than Mini PEKKA. So, and especially with Royal Ghost and Bandit in the meta, if you have like a quick cycle Mini PEKKA deck, then it just makes it just makes it awkward because it's like Mini PEKKA is your only ground tank. So if you waste it on a bandit and then they go battle around the bridge, you have no answer for like the battle round. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So you would advise my viewers for the most part, if they're running Lumberjack in their old deck, just continue running Lumberjack. It's not like you have to sub it out or anything.
Yeah, I think definitely.
Yeah, especially in like Gola. I guess he was seen in like he was so strong that he was seen in like so many different decks. I was gonna be like about like Golem and Royal Giant, but I guess he was just in so many different archetypes, like even Balloon Cycle and stuff like that. What is this deck you're playing now, man?
I got it from Win. I just looked at Royal API and like copied a 12-win Grand Challenge deck because I thought it looked good. Oh. It's really similar to like I like this deck. I think it's like the new version that doesn't have Barb Barrel basically, because this deck was like really good on ladder, the old version of it.
Yeah. Do you think that, are you with everybody else right now saying that Goblin Cage is like one of the best cards in the game?
Yes, I wish I had it max because I want to use it. I'm going to do some grand challenges and try to max it. Well, right now it's like level 11, I think.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I see so many Goblin Cage decks, especially in GCs, just because people don't have it leveled up yet. But it looks like Magic Archer for the win there. Maybe.
Yeah. No, I was shocked last season that nobody finished top 10 with Goblin Cage. I really was. But I think it's just because Valkyrie was so broken, it kind of made everyone want to abuse Valkyrie. But
maybe Valkyrie's the card that we should have made the last one instead of Lumberjack. But we'll give it as bonus content to my viewers here, and GG's there. Give us your quick take on Valkyrie. She seems a little bit more noticeable than Lumberjack to me.
Well, I mean, I think it's just going to go back to like Valkyrie pre-nerf, or pre-buff, I should say. Like, it's going to be viable in a couple decks. It'll still be viable with like Hog Earthquake maybe. It'll still be viable with Logbait, even though Logbait isn't best. It's a little bit better now that Barb Barrel is nerfed. And I mean, I don't even know what other decks. I guess Minor Control, but then Inferno, like B-Red deck, Inferno Tower was nerfed, so it's definitely not going to be the best deck now.
Yeah.
The only reason it was even viable last season was because Valkyrie's literally busted. And like, if you look at number 9 Global Islaw, he was abusing Valkyrie. He was using the Hog Executioner Valkyrie deck. And the reason he did so well this season, where normally he'd get like top 20, but this season he got top 10, was because Valkyrie was just so much better.
Hey, look at this. I have Sheldon Cooper. Shout out to Sheldon Cooper as number. Oh, last season. My bad. Hey, look at this guy. Number 10 right now is CWA Visit Me Clan. Ooh,
nice.
Look at this. You get the in video shout out here. He just says Ash. You know what? Is his clan open? It's invite only. Should I visit him on clan? He's probably not gonna be around. Actually, let's see.
I think you should, Ash.
All right. I'm gonna give you a leader. You invite me back, okay?
Okay.
What do you, this is interesting. So these are turn of events for people who watch till the end of the video. So where do you see the meta heading overall? Like, do you see any big shifts, or are the same decks that were pretty much good last meta gonna be good now, or you know?
You're gonna see some huge shifts. You're gonna see a lot of Royal Hog, like a lot. And I think that's gonna actually box Lava Hound out the meta a little bit. Because Royal Hog's kind of counter, I don't know. I feel like Magic Archer Royal Hog deck would probably counter Lava Hound. We'll have to see how that turns out.
Yeah, do you think Lava Clone's still going to be oppressive?
The only thing is, though, Royal Hog doesn't usually have Zap, and so you'd have to like prediction log their Skarmy, so that would come down to predictions, kind of. But I think they would counter with Royal Hogs.
Hey, I can't join his clan. It says unable to join the clan.
Wow.
Is there like a clan cooldown or so? Oh, too many requests. That's what it is.
Yes.
Well, I tried, man. I tried. Well, okay, that's an interesting take. I'm sorry, I was spacing out your answer on Lava Clone.
Well, I was just saying that in the matchup Royal Hogs versus Lava Clone, you don't usually have a Zap, so you'd have to like prediction log the Skarmy and stuff like that. So that could be kind of interesting.
Interesting.
But I think it'll overall make Lava Clone less popular because you're gonna have a good solid Magic Archer counter.
Yeah, dude. Well, it'll be interesting to see. We'll definitely have you back on, hopefully, if you'll be a guest again towards the end of the season, maybe, and to see how all our predictions kind of shaped out.
Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah.
Expo might be viable again, so you might see some people using that in CRL. That's going to be really interesting to see. Yeah, I haven't tested it yet.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I did. I pushed #1 ladder with it, but it's really early season, so it was like a joke how easy it was.
Wow. Okay.
It seems good. From what I can tell, it seems strong.
Okay, 2.9 or ISPO?
There's just like this new Expo pump deck that's really
Oh,
good.
the pump one. Oh.
And then there's also just 2.9. Like I could
Yeah.
see both of those coming back in the meta.
Okay, well, it'll be very interesting to find out. And you're going to be uploading more consistently on your YouTube channel, right? And shoot me a clan invite too, by the way.
Oh, sure. Yes, I will not say how much because I don't know how much. But I'm like actually going to upload more, and I want to do like a day in the life of Vulkan mainly because all my friends back at home like asked me to do it.
Yeah,
and
that'd be
also
cool.
I think other people would like it also.
Yeah, that'd be
And then
really,
I'll do
really cool.
maybe some. I have to ask if I'm allowed to, but I might do some behind the scenes in like the studio too. I think
That'd be wild, man. Well, I'll have your obviously all your social media information, your stats profiling, statsrail.com, and your YouTube channel, where you guys can check out the Vulkan vlog coming soon to the Vulkan YouTube channel. Vulkan, thanks again for coming on, man. Always appreciate having you as a guest.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a fun time.
It sure was. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching all the way till the end. You saw my crazy adventure going in and out of a clan that I couldn't join. And, of course, I hope you enjoyed Vulkan's insights. Huge shout out to my YouTube partner, Bren Chong. Check out his information in the description below. Thanks, and as always, take care, guys.